I'm recording this in my car because this is what life looks like when you're figuring it out, right? But I'm going to be talking about how sales humbled me but crafted me at the same time. It made me level up super, super fast. So first of all, how did I even get into sales? Right? I would have never imagined myself even talking to anyone because I was so antisocial as a youngin', and it kind of like carried on to me like when I was 19. But when I was 19, that's when I started. I was working a regular security job. I was doing like 9 to 5 shifts, but I was standing there the whole entire day. But I was getting paid for it, of course, right? As long as you're making money. No, that wasn't the case at all. I was so fucking tired of just standing there. And props to the people that do security, because all you do is that. That's all you do, and you get paid for it. But I just didn't see myself working there for the long term. It's like, am I really going to live my whole life like this? No. But at the same time, I didn't know which path to take. Therefore, one of my friends, he pitched the idea, because he had a window cleaning business, right? He pitched the idea to me to go with him and knock doors. And he was like, dude, you're not going to work a 9 to 5 job again. Just try it once with me, and if you don't like it, you go back to doing security. Okay. So I did it. Right? So I grabbed my car, we put a ladder on top, and we went to go knock doors. Now, did I really know how to communicate to anyone? No. So when I first started knocking doors, I was shadowing my friend, right? He was knocking on the door. Hey, how's it going? My name is blah, blah, blah. We're just doing this for the neighbor. We'll get you in for super cheap, blah, blah, blah. But for me, I was like, dude, you're talking to random people. Isn't that fucking scary? And he's like, yeah, but how else are you going to get money? And that's when it kind of like, dang, so you can literally just knock on someone's door, talk to them, and then get money? So I was like, shouldn't be that bad. But I was scared. Like, I was shitting myself. Did I want to go to the door and knock on someone's door and talk to them? No, I didn't. But I was like, you know what? If I won't do it now, then I won't ever do it. So I have to act on it. So then my friend was like, go knock a door by yourself. We can't be knocking doors with 2 people. It's too intimidating. And that's when I got super nervous. But I was like, okay, let me go ahead and try and knock on the door and see what happens. The first door that I knocked, no one was there. And I was like, let's go, dude. No one's there. No one's there. Okay, next door. No one's there. Next door. No one's there. Next door. What do you want? We're washing windows. No, thank you. Closes the door on me. What happened? Nervous. I didn't know what to say. I got rejected. Those 3 things is what happened. Was I kind of like, damn, beat down after that? Kind of, because I got rejected. And that was like one of the first times in my life that I've been rejected. But you must learn to put yourself in the face of rejection. Otherwise, you will never overcome rejection at all. Or any objections. It's that simple. But after that first door, I was like, I'm still alive. My skin is still here. You know, I didn't die. I didn't fucking explode. So let me go ahead and try knocking another door. I knocked another door. No one answered. The whole day, most people didn't answer. But each door that people answered, I was progressively getting better at speaking, at communicating to them what was it that I wanted to sell, or what service that I was providing for them. And each door I got better and better and better and better. But it all started with just acting, just going, just pushing yourself. I want you to do this. Try knocking on someone's door. If you're super scared, if you're a super antisocial person, I want you to knock on someone's door and just talk to them. It could be like a bullshit, like, yeah, we're just pitch windows or something, pitch like pressure washing, pitch washing their car, pitch detailing. You can literally pitch anything you want. But if you're antisocial, one way to break that is to just talk to random people. The more you talk to random people, the more you get used to talking to random people, the more you get better at it. Because you're not born with these skills, obviously. You're not born straight out the womb, yeah, I know how to sell, yeah, I know how to communicate, yeah, I know how to, you're not, it's the same for bodybuilding. You're not born with a super built structure already. No, you have to build it yourself. There's these building blocks that you do. So year by year, month, so day, month, year, and it keeps building and building and building. And that is why you're big and strong, because you put repetitions. It's the same thing, essentially, for everything else in life. The more reps you put in, the more you do it, the better that you get at it. And the more you will receive in the future. So after I started knocking, eventually, it did take me a while because I'm a little bit slow when it comes to sales, but I eventually got my first sale. And it felt so good because of the amount of rejection piling up on top of each other. Rejection on rejection on rejection on rejection on rejection. I finally got a fucking sale. And I was like, oh my God, finally. It felt so good to talk to someone and just generate money out of thin air just from talking to someone. And I was like, that's it. I'm never working a 9-to-5 hourly job ever again. I'm not doing that ever again. Because once you acquire a skill that allows you to generate money without trading so much time for it, then your mind kind of switches and it's like, okay, if I could do this one time, let me repeat this same action over and over and over again, then it'll compile to all just one big money pool, right? And obviously, it's not about money, but it's about the repetitions that you put in, the constant work that you put in. So long as your outcome is income, then you're set in your business, in your life, in your relationships, and everything in life. Imagine if you work for something over and over and over again, you finally get what you wanted. Finally, after hard, long days of work, you finally taste the gold. Imagine the people, let me give a good example. For the gold rush in California, how many people went over to mine for gold? A shit ton of people, but how many people actually got gold? A lot, but not as much as how many came to get the actual gold. Some people just probably, they thought it was a get rich quick scheme. They were just mining, and once they mined for like a day, they're like, okay, yeah, there's no fucking gold over here, I'm gonna stop. But the people that persisted, the people that kept mining for the gold and kept, shuffling for the gold, eventually got it. Why? Because they stayed persistent. They kept going at it over and over and over again. They got the reward because they put so much of that input that they got a whole lot of, income from that. But sales didn't really just teach me how to sell. It taught me the discipline that you need in order to acquire what you want in life. It taught me how to handle rejection, how to, different situations under pressure. When you don't know what to say, you think of something random to say, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, you play it off, yeah. Or like those awkward moments that you have within conversations, you find like filler words to make it not awkward. But just like how I was talking about in the gym and in real life, discipline it's not motivation, right? It's what you do when you don't feel like doing it. That's real discipline, right? So if you're already in the gym, that's good. You know what discipline is. If you're consistent, you know what consistency is. And if you apply that to other aspects of your life, day by day by day, then essentially you're bound to go somewhere, right? Right or wrong? Ask yourself this right now. Why am I not disciplined? If you're not disciplined, what can I do to become disciplined? And how will being disciplined serve me in the future? Ask yourself those questions right now. Write them down if you need to. Because self-mastery really comes with just a conversation with yourself. And if you're not willing to have that conversation with yourself, or your ego is just way up here, bring it down, shut your brain off, have a conversation with yourself. Identify what is it that you really need in life, and what you need to achieve that thing. And obviously, I'm still growing too. I'm not the best. I'm not the greatest salesperson. I'm not the greatest person. I'm not the greatest bodybuilder, right? But I'm committed to mastery. I'm committed to getting better, 1% better each and every single day. And so should you. Sales didn't just make me money. It made me a better man. And for those of you who are struggling with self-mastery, addictions, striving to be that man that you want to be, but you just can't, I'm going to make a program on that. It's called Next Level Mastery. It's going to be the first link in the description below. But aside from that, after you watch this video, I want you to really internalize what I said. You could be a complete stranger, you could be a subscriber, you could be a friend, you could be someone that I know, right? But what I want you to take from this video is that discipline is the core foundation. And that foundation comes from the mindset that you have. You are your best friend and your worst enemy at the same time. But it really depends on what you have up here, on what you think of yourself up here. Okay? I love you guys. Take everything I say to heart, right? Don't just take it with a grain of salt. And I never ask for you to subscribe. I don't really care about that. As long as I get my message through into you, and that you apply what I've told you, then that's all that matters to me. Okay? Love you guys. Stay blessed.